Recording the Bruno and Othais patent show.
There we go.
We don't know what we're calling this yet.
Yeah, we need to catch your title.
Yeah. Well, until then, we'll just keep on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Core concepts is I kept looking at weird patents and sending them to Bruno, who would then yell at me for making him look at this.
I can't look away,
Yeah. So I thought this may have value to our viewers. And so Bruno and I are doing a test episode right now. We have no idea how it's going to go.
Nope.
This might be hot garbage.
Very off the cuff.
Yeah. It may be funny. So let's see. I grabbed...
It's a little easier than last time we did this because there's no camera pointed at me.
Yeah, we completely decided to skip the cameras. We're running on just audio and just a screen capture.
Yeah.
Because
that's all you really care about anyway. You don't need to see my face.
Well, the main show takes a lot of time.
Yeah, no, that's up.
People don't understand. Bruno's cranking out those animations every other week.
Yeah.
And I'm cranking out the scripts. So, like, there's not a lot of time for extras as much as we want to do them.
Plus, it's a skill to be... Well, in front of the camera, I mean. For me, not for you. I mean,
no, every time we've done a special with you, everybody's excited.
Everybody loves it, which I always find mildly surprised by. I always, we're just doing it like one take, and I'm just like, you guys liked it? Okay. I'm just like, either I'm a genius or,
Well, I should mute my phone. You just reminded me.
Double check mine.
Yeah. Do not disturb, because I got turkey call lines on there.
Yeah. No, right.
Okay, are you ready? You have not seen this patent yet.
No, it's just,
That's the game.
I don't know what I'm...
Now, I have the text of the patent over here.
Okay.
I haven't read it yet.
All right.
Because I was frankly confused at what I was seeing, and I realized I wanted to see how you felt about it.
Okay.
Are you ready for the reveal?
Yeah.
It's a long vertical patent.
Okay.
And we're working at 1080, so it's going to...
Oh, sure.
We're going to have to scroll it a little bit for the folks at home.
Yeah, this will be a little
let's take a look. And we'll...
I think that's the first time I've seen a soldier drawn a pat. The hell? Is that a string? What? Okay.
Yeah. So let's go up to the top for a second.
Yeah, this is a good choice. A good pick. Yeah. Okay, so that's some kind of.
Now this is.
It's a percussion.
Let's get the time down.
Right, 1854. September.
Right.
Okay, so that's some kind of percussion rifle, maybe. Smithcore, we don't know. Percussion long gun.
I don't think the gun matters as much.
No. Okay, now we have. Okay, I just noticed the other end of the string that goes onto his arm.
It's on his elbow.
Okay, is that like a cup?
Okay, so
there's a.
Let's take some track for a second.
Yeah,
we've got obviously some sort of wrist cuff.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought that was part of the uniform, but yeah, okay.
No,
yeah, I know. It's got the two. It's got the like a fishing line. Yeah.
Somebody practiced very hard to draw fingers.
Oh god, yeah, that's some some Liefeld level of okay.
This to me looks rigid. It looks drawn differently.
Yeah, I doubt it would be that straight. And actually, I think it's just more like a liberty of the patent drawer.
You think so? Because the lines seem stouter.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why I'm assuming like a cloth line, but I guess it could be like braided steel or something. I don't know.
All right, and then we go down.
And it goes into a spool.
And there appears to be a circle bolted to his elbow.
Right.
Like.
Also, what's keeping you from like? Because there's that curve right here.
Wait, hold on. Let me
you got it. Yeah.
Let me brush tool. Okay, so where do we want it?
This curve right here, because it seems like there's a cup, right? Like he's like it's like a solid right. So what happens if you extend your arm? Does it fall out? There's no like clasp holding it on.
I don't know. Maybe there's a part of that.
Maybe I don't know.
All right, so
okay, so that goes to a pull, not a pulley, but like a loop.
It's turning the corner on the loop.
A loop through the muzzle end, and then it goes down.
We'll skip all this for a second.
Down. Yeah.
just tied your elbow to your toe through the gun.
I can see an immediate problem, but I mean, okay, sure. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm noticing all the other drawings, like
let's see what's going on over here.
So some kind of it's basically like a fishing line.
This looks like a clock spring.
Right, and then the line is on the outside of that, so to give it some tension. And then it comes out the side. Okay. Okay. So there is.
Oh no!
It's attached. Okay. Okay. So it's a straight part right there, and it attaches to your shoulder.
So this is a cup.
Okay. So that is rigid.
So the line that we saw here, this faint line,
right?
That's actually intended.
That is. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. So that's a rigid cup, and then it keeps going. They didn't draw that. I guess it goes under your.
How does it? No, it has to go over.
They just didn't draw it. Or does it go inside?
Or does it have like a cut in your elbow for it to stick out?
What the fuck? So how are you? Wait.
Okay, so you put your... Is that your shoulder, I guess? Your shoulder?
Yeah, what else would it be? Like...
Yeah, oh no.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, it's up in the
So
shoulder.
maybe they just didn't draw the bottom, or just, yeah.
Okay.
They took some liberties with that.
So you have an armpit cup, an elbow wheel,
Oh.
and... This has to be some sort of bracing device for aiming. You know, this makes me think of as like the 1908 sling?
Yeah, where you pull it. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's integrated into a sling that you carry the rifle with. Like, this is...
Look at this version. Holy crap.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, it looks sturdier.
And then I guess there's
That
a
one's
version
just-
where you put the wheel on the gun
I
itself.
mean, I would say that makes more sense, but then that seems like a lot of weight to hang off of
Yeah,
a
right.
rifle. It's a pretty short rifle.
Okay. Well,
Okay, but does it say what it... this whole process, I never really thought what it was supposed to be doing.
let's see if we can... Hold on, we haven't practiced this part.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
we can
alright,
just
well.
sort of...
Kind of, maybe.
No, we're just using
Okay,
Photoshop like idiots.
Okay.
Alright, so
Improved rest for fire.
it's a rest for firearms
Okay.
from Charles Wentworth Forbes of Bartley,
Sure.
which is in the county of Hants. And he's a gentleman.
This sounds British.
Yes, it's
Okay,
very British.
good.
Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. An improved rest for firearms as follows. This rest consists of a spring or self-winding reel to be attached to the arm, knee, or
Okay,
foot of
so-
the person using it by means of suitable straps or otherwise.
Okay, so you didn't spec... Okay, could be
Well,
anything.
the wheel could go anywhere. The whole point is...
No, I just like the fact that, like, the straps could be, like, make them out of whatever, like...
The point is,
Suitable.
we're going to tie these things together with tension, I think, is his
Right.
whole point.
Yeah, my thought process would be, like braided steel cable, but I don't even know if that was available in the
I know. The
1950s.
reel contains a line or cord, which may be either of the exact length necessary for the height of the user,
Okay.
or may be regulated by a stop, so as to be fixed to any required length.
This is basically like those lanyard, like the card, you know, like a card you use for like entering like a secured building. You have like
Yeah.
a little lanyard on it. It's a little spool you let go and it
Yeah,
just...
it's like the Uber version of that.
Yeah. The end of it.
In using the rest, the end of the line or cord is passed through a ring or loop at the end, blah, blah, blah. Hooked, otherwise fastened to the foot. The line being, when in this position in a state of tension, the firearm will be held quite steady so as to allow a correct aim being taken and retained in the act of firing. So this thing is designed to remove all the shakes.
But aren't you putting pressure with your foot? Like,
Yeah, it's a you gotta understand, it's a suspension bridge of firearms.
that's so funny to me. Okay, yeah, maybe. I guess with the whole like, I'm assuming it's leather contraption on your arm. I guess that kind of like locks your arm in place.
I suppose so, but I mean, it'd be the same like we said at the 1908 loop, right? Just like bearing.
Yeah, but that one you can like, you don't have to. It's just part of the rifle. You just grab it and you like yank on it and it's tight. Like, okay, this is like a century earlier.
This has got to be for
no,
target
60
shooting
something.
only, right? There's no
That's what I'm
way they
saying.
consider this.
Which would be one thing, but clearly a soldier depicted here. So
Yeah, let me,
I don't know. That's
Yeah, this guy's like decked out, right?
right. Like my immediate thought is, there's no way you're carrying that on you as you're marching, right?
Just
like,
march around with your weird elbow cup.
You just put that. I would imagine you would strap that on when you're going into a
Well,
fight.
like, if you're in a hurry, you just pull your rifle, you shoot it, right? But if you got time, you pull your handy extendable,
Right,
because that's
looper.
what the reel is for at this point. Because I don't think this is adding tension. Because he says it's supposed to be a certain amount of length or a stop.
Right. Either
So
to measure or you would
This
stop
isn't
soon.
constant tension. Then this is
No.
supposed to be a locked, fixed length.
Right.
So the idea is the soldier would put the cord in here to the correct length for him,
Which
and then
already a logistical nightmare, but yes.
and then he would like a superhero gadget. He would like
Go
rip it
gadget.
out, and it would
Rifle stabilizer.
Yeah, it would like you'd hook it here, and then you just hook it to your toe.
I'm sure they would have developed some drills for it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that hard because you think about it. You just grab it with your left
guess-
hand. You take your right hand and you sort of hook it. Right. This will be a hook instead of a loop.
But this is presuming you're putting a counter force up
Yeah,
with your
right.
arms, right?
Not necessarily because it's a fixed thing. So this tension here is fairly constant.
I guess.
So you're just pivoting the right to get.
Yeah, you're right. Because I guess if you're pulling it into your shoulder, yeah, okay, I could see
It
that.
seems like a lot of effort
yeah.
to not lie down.
Yeah. Also, God forbid you have to like run or move, and that thing gets tangled on something, or you trip, and you just
You know,
or it snaps. and you
Everybody's
just,
breaking their elbow wheels all the time.
right, exactly.
This guy have a fishing reel on your elbow.
Also, I feel like, I guess it is ambidextrous. Well, you'd have to swap out the
You have to
shoulder
put on the
part,
correct
but-
arm.
Yeah. Yeah, this shows a left hand there. Well, I guess that's
No,
right.
it's a right hand guy.
Right hand. Well, right, but I'm not saying it's like a left arm. That's probably
Yeah.
why they would make all of them, because
Well, I
God
mean, to
forbid
be
you
fair,
shoot the
back
other
then,
way. Yeah, sure,
that was a crime against God.
Right. Man. Does he explain like a use case for this? Like, oh, I want to sell this to the military?
Let's take a look. Let's glance.
'Cause,
Whereas, excellent, there's a lot of heavy
Yeah, it's a lot
terminology,
of
consistent
old-timey,
employment.
yeah.
Then there's all
Maybe
the
not.
diagram. Having now described this in what manner it seems to perform, I declare that I do not claim a Springer self-winding reel taken alone or in part, blah, blah, blah.
Right,
I'm going to be honest, he doesn't actually clarify
just whomever,
why.
whoever wants to, yeah. I guess,
I mean, he clarifies that the why is to stabilize the shot, which, okay, it probably does that.
Fair.
The rest of the ambition seems to be...
Yeah, this does not look...
Stop laughing at the show.
Yeah, what's stopping that from slipping off, I guess?
We got stepped real good.
I can't. I'd almost, I'm thinking like, I'd almost imagine like an even more wacky contraption where you stick it through like the heel and it goes over your back like that, like a little crane. That would make more sense to me because then it's not in the way as much. But that might have been an iteration. Like,
Can you imagine? I just realized he's got a bayonet, right?
Right.
Can you imagine fixed bayonets with this thing and you're all tangled up in your
right. Yeah, because I mean, that bracket, is that something that was already on this rifle? Or is it...
No, I mean, you're adding the bracket.
Right, okay, right. I mean, I'm sure you probably incorporate it into the bayonet socket or whatever, or like the lug of an existing rifle.
He has copied a very specific looking
Right,
rifle.
that's what I'm thinking, yeah, because that doesn't... I mean, I'm trying to think, 1854, that's what, like a Snyder?
This is, I don't...
That's not it, but I'm saying, like, that's not whatever the British were using. So, but theoretically, you could adapt it to any rifle, so... Maybe this is supposed to be like for like sharpshooters or something, you know? Like,
yeah, but why would they have
specific...
to... Like, where are you just standing around with no cover that you can hook this string up?
Well, I mean, 1840s, 50s, we're talking like kind of still Napoleonic stuff, like just rank and file. I could see it. Yeah, no, this would not survive like...
Like it gets into your drill. Step into string.
Yeah, attach arm brace, pull string, loop through. Yeah, and actually...
I guarantee you whoever invented this
also
has one, you know what I mean? Like, this physically existed.
Yeah, right.
I guarantee you he did a speed drill with it.
Right.
I guarantee you he's like, no, look how fast I can do it.
Yeah, where he showed up to like some shooting club. You know, he's like, look at my new invention, you guys.
He's standing outside with the neighbors. They're like, no, look how fast I can do it. They're like, yeah, God. They're sitting there going, he's spending money on this patent,
like, hey,
right?
don't push me. Look how stable this is. Actually, I had a thought though, like if you're if I put the brace on my left arm,
right,
I'm holding the gun on my right, presumably,
right,
maybe. So at some point I have to, actually no, I'd have to hold it on my left, grab the reel with my right hand, and somehow go like that, and then I'd have to go and not trip over myself or.
I don't think so. I think you just get the real. You hand it to yourself in your left hand somehow, like some way you can turn your wrist and grab it, and then with your left hand, I think you could just loop that very quickly.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Because the rifle would be like shoulder. You'd be
like Spider-Man. You just grab it.
Like with the rifle with the butt on the ground, just like sling it real quick, and then pull your leg up and just put it over your toe and drop your leg down, and then extend the rifle.
I feel like I found a way to trip myself, but yeah. Or maybe it's like maybe you need to bring back like a squire, you know, some little kid that just help you like, just like the drummer boy when he's not doing anything. Just like, all right, come on, we're just.
The bigger problem is, does this affect reloading? I guess not actually, because if you drop even as a muzzleloader, if you drop the butt on this, it's just gonna slide back down the line.
Because it's getting shorter, so it's fine. Yeah. So if it depends, if it's the first thing he said where it was like a specific, if it's an exact length, that could be an issue. But if it's got some play in it, maybe.
If it's got play in it, it doesn't work.
Well, you can tension it.
No, it's supposed to either be the exact length or be sort of stopped at the exact length hard. So you have to disable the stop to get more.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
But I feel like by the time you bring this muzzle back, you're gonna have so much slack that you can move.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
But I'm just thinking,
I think that's the least of your problems.
Getting your rod caught up.
Well, to be fair, if this works, it'll be so accurate, you're not going to need a second shot.
That's right. Yeah.
You're going to nail whatever you're aiming at the first time, no problem.
It looks stupid, but we won.
It's just I'm just imagining somebody like putting this on like a smoothbore gun and then it still doesn't do anything because it just the round just goes everywhere.
Should we do another one of these?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first time I've seen a human in one of these drawings.
Yeah?
But, yeah. It's usually just the gun, so it's kind of, I don't know.
Do you think it's like his cousin or something?
Or him, maybe him. He's self-inserted into his own patent.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know what he looks like, yeah. Yeah. Maybe he got rejected from the army for being a poor shot, so he's like, I'll show you.
All right, let's find something else.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Bruno.
Okay.
This one is very faint, so I had to do a lot of photoshopping on it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So it's not the cleanest image.
Ooh, okay.
This is from...
This is also 54, I think.
Yeah, I've got the text over here off screen. There is about 14 pages of it.
Boy, that's...
Yeah.
Actually, it's probably concise, to be honest.
I've got 1854 Firearms and Connected Apparatus.
Okay.
Patent number 1404.
Grove Lane, Camberwell, Surrey. Okay.
This is from Alexander Bain.
I know where Surrey is.
Okay.
Mechanical. Oh.
Now, what do we got, Bruno? What's your impression here?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That didn't look so bad until I saw that top.
Hold on. Let's start with the easy stuff.
Oh, sure, yeah, okay.
We have a rifle.
Yes.
We have a weird lever.
We have some kind of vertical magazine?
Right.
Maybe? Yeah, we have some kind of...
operation.
Yeah. Trigger, and some exposed springs.
If we look top down, we've got a feed path of some sort.
Sure, yeah. We got a threaded... Actually, threads from both ends. You have the barrel threaded from the front, and then whatever the receiver... Well...
I believe this is the... Is this a... No.
Yeah, that's a trigger. Yeah, because look how thin it is on that up there.
No,
yeah.
I is the trigger.
Yeah.
But what's this?
That's not it?
No.
That's not labeled.
It goes forward and back a little bit, and so does...
Oh, no, you're right, because that's from the top.
It looks like you pull this, and then this disengages. But...
Yeah.
Why?
No, but G. Yeah, maybe, I think it is.
G?
That's capital G, but that's G.
Yeah, but the trigger is I.
Yeah, this isn't labeled.
What is this?
It's just confusing.
And then...
and then we have...
This appears to be the operating arm that's down in there.
And then we have that.
Oh, something's happening in the corner. Hold on. Let me get this right.
What is that? That's all the cartridges. That reminds me of whatchamacallit, those harmonica rifles that
Oh no, I see it. Because you've definitely got like a nipple here.
Yep. And then
breezeway powder bullet.
Yeah. So is it like a preloaded cassette? Because I'm assuming that somehow gets indexed down, shot, and then
I don't know. What's going on here?
That's
other
the butt.
accessory.
Spring?
Maybe you can fit a spare mag in there. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there was a thing on the bottom left.
Oh,
corner.
why is there?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Like it's an exposed spring. You can see it there too.
What's that doing?
It's like a mini garage door spring. It's just in there.
Okay, hold on. Let's go.
Okay,
this is left side view.
Yeah, I think that is the trigger. It's just not labeled on that other diagram for whatever reason.
Oh, is that the trigger just out of the action?
Yeah, but it's not labeled.
Oh, I thought this was top down, but you're saying this is still side view.
Maybe? I don't know. I'm confused.
No.
No.
It literally... No, wait. No, this is above. G's above. It's above. This could have been a side view, and I just misinterpreted it as top down.
What's this big hole here?
That might just be a panel.
Maybe? Yeah.
It
could be... Is it sections?
No, because look at this. Unless this is completely symmetrical, then that's correct. So this is a right side view.
Yeah, okay.
But with the op rod taken off.
Weird.
And then...
Okay.
So that is the trigger. No, that's how the trigger works. The trigger is here, and the sear...
confusing
this is the sear. It goes up.
Oh, so it pivots up, and then the striker drops?
Yeah.
What? Whoa.
Yeah, it's just a linear hammer, essentially.
Right. Yeah, it's just flat.
No, I guess it is a striker. No, you're right. It's not even a linear hammer.
Well, I guess
a linear hammer would be like a VZ58 or something. Where
like a Savage. Yeah, there's no tip as a blunt. Well, because it's smacking a percussion.
No, it's very much a firing pin, but it's hitting a cap instead of
It's not pointed. I guess is the distinction.
So then we have some sort of feed path here.
Yeah.
So I think of the Blanton clay thrower for some reason.
Yeah. All right. Before I could tell the orientation, I looked at the Browning harmonica rifles.
This is definitely an operating rod.
Vertical, yeah.
So you pull this.
So you yank that, and that somehow probably indexes the block to drop.
Right, and it's also got an arm back here that's probably recocking.
Right. So where's the... Wow.
Okay, so then this is the where we would put in the cassette.
Right, it's just a trough, or like a...
It must be designed to feed, so this this has to be part of a mechanism to sort of pull it down. Like if you imagine like a Maxim but turned vertically.
Right.
It's just like yanking it down.
Yeah, I mean, we're assuming.
Oh,
that...
hello.
Ooh.
Here's our boy.
Whoa.
There's our primers on the back.
Okay. Oh,
there's
right.
the front.
It's like side. Yeah.
Side view.
Oh, nice. Like a little witness
And
hole so you can see.
No, I don't think those are witness holes.
Oh.
Because powder would fall out.
Oh, true, right.
I think
I'm
these.
thinking,
I think the shape of these are how it's getting around and then pulling down.
Oh, maybe like a. Oh yeah, because look at the side. That side.
Yeah, there's probably a shape here.
It's kind of like a Hotchkiss, like a feet strip.
No, look at R. See how R has like a trapezoid shape there?
Yeah. It's grabbing.
Sorry, it might be easy.
Oh.
R. There you go. I think that is able because of this. It's getting moved not just up and down, but it's probably got a little bit of a circular motion.
That could be It could be because those extensions could be what it's grabbing to yank it down.
Yeah, so it's like hitting this corner and pulling it down.
Is that an indexing tab? The T right there?
T? Right
so you don't put it in backwards?
Probably, because it looks like it's only on one side.
Yeah, because if it's just a rectangle and you shove it in the other way, you're going to be smacking it.
Jam up.
And
then whenever this is very...
That's just it's like a bent piece of something.
Okay, I think we got the basics.
This is gnarly.
Let's take a look. Hold on one second. Because that's not the only image.
Oh, there's more. But wait, there's more. What? Oh my... You made a double-barreled version? Oh my god. I mean, why not? Yeah, right, and to be fair. Double the...
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
this makes me think of the Villa Perosa.
Wait.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There we go.
Hold up. What's that middle spring doing?
Look at these...
What?
Okay, hold on.
No, wait.
These are the sears again.
This is more... There's something extra going on here.
Where? How is it... I think this when this comes over, it releases that one, maybe?
Yeah? I don't know. I'm having trouble, visualizing this.
This is hurting my brain a little bit.
Yeah. What's that middle? I'm perplexed by the middle.
Middle what?
This whole middle section. Because there's an extra spring here. Yeah, what is that doing?
I believe that these are the cocking springs for each barrel.
Right. So why is there an extra one?
I believe that this is just for the trigger assembly. There's something about this that comes back when you pull the trigger. And see, it causes this guy
attached?
This is pivoting that way.
Yeah, okay.
So that's pushing back off this and then I guess eventually freeing from it so it can fall. And then I think this is being retained by this tab going out this way, whereas this is going out that way. And that's releasing them, but I don't know if it's firing them simultaneously. Or...
That'll be, yeah. Is it like a hunting shotgun where you can choose one, two, or the other, maybe? Like, what is this? It's got that little, cutoff section over there. Like, can we see the full thing? What's it? Like a more... Oh, right there, yeah.
What, this?
Yeah, see, so there's that middle... This is all the way forward there. There's that screw there, that end. Yeah, that right there.
This?
That.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's that on that other one we were just looking at?
I don't know.
Let's see. And...
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, okay. It's in the same... Oh, but see, that's
This is the
back.
Support for the thing.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't... Yeah. So
I think
moves linearly.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you...
This is Impending Doom, right? No, that's the percussion stuff.
No, but how do you aim it? Is that in the way of your eyes?
I guess it would be an offset sight.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
It's not even documented on here.
Yeah, he didn't get that far.
I like the pistol version too.
That's tight. Yeah.
I want to pull that out of my coat.
You still got a handguard there, or kind of like a foregrip.
I assume it's been drawn this way just to draw it this way, because how would you, if you're right-handed like everybody was back then?
How would you? You'd have to do like an AK thing. You get to reach over with your left hand and cock it.
I think it's supposed to be out the other side, and it's just so that you can see the
right. Yeah, they mirrored it over. Yeah,
but. I want like a pump action harmonica gun with a double barrel.
I feel oh man.
This would look, you can have shorties.
Oh,
you can have stendos.
All kinds of, wow. He was thinking ahead of the game. See, this is where he was going to make the real money. It's not the gun.
6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20.
20 shots.
20 shot stendo.
Damn.
And then 2,
10.
4, 6, 8, 10.
I mean, even the tiny one, that's 6 shots.
No, this is California.
Or California. Well, in 1854, they probably didn't care. But
if you need more than 6 shots, you're aiming right.
Well, see, that one was flush, though, probably with the receiver, so it wouldn't stick out. Yeah, there's
Can
no
you fit the singles? I wonder if you can fit the singles side by side, or just one of them falls out.
That's a good point, yeah. Presumably it would have the same retaining mechanism.
Somebody had to have made this thing briefly. Maybe not the double, but the single. Like there has to be like a preliminary version of this somewhere.
This is basically that that weird like 1911 dual thing that Italian company made. They just glued two of them together. That's literally what he did.
But see, that doesn't work because
it's got a shotgun bead there or some kind of front sight.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Wait, whoa, how you?
Is there a gap between the?
Is there an area? Oh,
that might just be.
Hold on, that might be it. They might have.
Yeah.
Oh, these are supporting. These are supporting wires. Each one of these is an opening.
Oh, did they integrate the rear sight into? No.
So these are the openings.
Oh my god, those are the markings. That's how you line up.
No,
that's way too slick. Wait, also not that I wouldn't trust that accuracy.
I don't see a rear sight marked out.
Maybe it's like a shotgun.
Hold on.
But it's just shooting slugs.
It's just like, look, just aim through the rectangle.
It's whatever, dude.
We gave you a rectangle.
You have double the shots. It's twice the chance to hit. Don't worry about it.
I'm really curious if it's an alternating shot or if it's a combination shot.
I'm still looking at that spring on the trigger guard.
What?
That, like, coil spring on the trigger guard. What the heck is that doing?
I literally don't know.
Is it just holding that on there?
I don't understand. It's just the trigger guard.
I don't
attached
there's like a hook
trigger
there.
guard with a spring.
I don't see where the other end of the spring is
bothering
going
me a little bit. Hold on, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Like it's just there for a reason.
It's just maybe that's just keeping the trigger guard
the
on
other
there?
one. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like the earlier one might show us what's. I don't know.
Let's see if there's anywhere in this.
I don't. Oh, right there.
Right.
What the hell's it do? It's not doing anything. It's just tensioning it.
It's pulling the top of the trigger guard towards
something. It's just keeping it in place.
This is gonna drive me nuts. Is there a reference to this 14
yeah, I was gonna say it took a hot second to find that.
Oh my god.
Maybe
I should be reading this though.
It doesn't seem like your screws holding the trigger guard in. Maybe I don't know.
So, Alexander Bain. I love that it's the Bain rifle too. That's like a rad name for a double barrel.
That's pretty cool.
Including turns over muskets, fixed part of the piece. The breech consists of a series of chambers parallel to each other of a bore corresponding with or appropriate to the barrels of the barrels. Oh my god, that's why these are so hard to read.
Yeah.
Chambers may be loaded simultaneously from an ammunition box, having chambers corresponding in position, first with powder, and then by a simple movement with the ball. Yeah, okay, we get you load the nice. Loaded breech is applied to the piece by being duly fitted into a socket or other suitable receptacle placed at the breech end of the barrel or barrels. Either vertically or at a I don't know why I don't have this on the screen for you guys. That would be smart to do.
Well, sure.
Hold on. This is not...
Okay, he does mention horizontal, so basically like the harmonica rifle.
Yeah. Loaded breech, escape.
Oh, maybe that's what that other one was showing. Horizontal.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Here we go. Bring the chambers according to as the piece, one or two barrels opposite, communication with the barrel, and at the same time, and by the same motion, cocks the hammer or hammer so the rod is cocking.
Yeah.
Indexing.
Sure, yeah.
The piece is then fired in the usual way by pulling the trigger, and the same action is repeated until each chamber of the series in succession has been rapidly brought into position and discharged when exhausted, blah, blah, blah. Propelling action, yada, yada. Okay, so we're right there. Let's get to where it has some of the descriptions of the parts.
Yeah, the parts. That's always...
First of all, angle may be... Hold on. I'm looking for this K, right? That's what we care.
A locking plate?
Drawing now under description moves to the angle of 45 degrees, but the angle may be varied according to circumstances. I is the trigger, and K1 a lock plate to prevent the hammer being released accidentally.
Okay, so we have some kind of safety
wait, is that
mechanism?
What that is? This is to prevent it from being...
Wait, what? That's K2, though.
It says
where's K1? Oh, no. Where's K1?
There's K.
There's no K1. Is K1 the peg there that's holding that on?
I don't know. Hold on. Let's see if we can find K. All right, folks. Let's play hide and...
Where's the K? K1. This is half the fun with these patents, is finding all the drawings.
Does it say what figure that was?
No. Not really.
Maybe
just figure one. It's just the whole. It's just describing figure one. So it's the single-barreled one, but
this is technically figure one. But I don't see K1.
Neither. Yeah.
I see K2.
Watch somebody like.
Is K no? Because it says K, comma K1.
Right. Locking plate.
What in the world?
I don't see a locking plate.
I think.
Maybe they goofed and they meant K2.
I don't.
They don't mention K2.
How would this keep you from pulling the trigger accidentally? I'm so confused. Okay, hold on. Maybe we're crazy. Let's get into it. Accidental full screen. This is the prototype episode. We gotta figure out what to do about these. Alright, let's keep looking for K's here. S. W. Somebody at home already knows it. They're yelling at us.
I was about to say, yeah, like, it's like you idiots. It's right there.
Also, out of this whole mechanism, what we care. Okay, K is a thin plate of metal hinged at K2.
Yeah, okay. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay, sure, yes.
Okay. From this, it will be clearly seen that the trigger cannot move so as to release the hammer while plate K is in this position. Because the piece R1 is directly behind the trigger, when the user of the gun wishes to fire, he places the forefinger of the right hand in front of the trigger. The point of the finger comes against the inner side of the plate and pushes it outwards towards K, as can be seen in figure 15.
Okay. I was going to say, is that pivot? Oh!
Wait, what in the world?
Oh, I think I get it.
Hold on, figure 15 is this. This is the buttstock.
No, I think it's that.
No, that's figure 14.
Are you sure this isn't figure 14?
This also doesn't have R1.
We don't
We're on the wrong... Hold on, let's go look at these.
Oh, no, R... Yeah, no, maybe you're right.
Oh, no, there's different figure numbers in here.
Yeah, no, that's not...
No, there's no way. There's others, but it just gets worse.
Okay, hold up. Yeah, no, go to figure 15, because there's...
Is there R in here? Oh, there is.
There's R.
There's R.
Folds down.
What in the world?
This is
different K2. This K2 is not...
There's K1 and R1. I'm very confused. Yeah, this
K2 is not this K2 unless I'm, like, dreaming. Like, what in the world? We're clearly in a different part of the gun.
Spring?
I surrender. I don't understand.
Yeah, because that's the buttstock, presumably.
Unless this is some view I don't understand, but I can't. It might be,
because unless those springs are the same, but they're not. That's labeled K2.
Are we looking top down somehow?
That's what I'm thinking, but...
Oh, wait, are we? We are.
Oh, that's the wrist.
Hold on, we're stupid. This is throwing us off because we're thinking like a patch box.
Yeah.
No,
that's the back of... Oh, okay,
this is the back of the trigger guard from the underside.
I mean, that's not drawn very well, but yeah. Okay, I see it.
For anybody that can't see it, this is the trigger guard, like the underside
we're looking at it from...
See,
this is why you labeled top view next to the figure, so people know which way you're looking at it.
So it's a...
Yeah, that patch box.
So the thing we can't see in this view
I see
is that this tab is here, and it's acting as a trigger block.
Right.
Okay, I feel way less crazy.
Yeah, so it's basically like how an SVT...
Although, that means this is the front of the trigger guard.
Yes. Okay. Right. It's like an SVT 40 safety, basically, but it's just integrated into the trigger guard.
Yeah, it is. It's just like a swing out.
Push it out of the way to fire.
Although this really reminds me of the Blanton again.
Also, does that just like... Because that spring wants to shut it closed, no? So do you have to hold it like with your other finger out of the way to fire? Because it'd be one thing if like you flipped it over, you know what I mean? Like if you wanted to go shoot, you flip it over and it latches in the open position, and then you can just shoot. But that seems like it would just want to go back to safe whenever you... Oh!
What?
Unless when you pull the trigger goes back, and when that lets go, when you let go of the trigger, it slides back in. So basically it's like
disconnect?
Kind of? Or like a... Actually, you know what it is? It's like the, I was going to say like the bug assault gun. But
yeah.
But that engages that safety every time you pump it, same thing. It's a safety feature.
I love, by the way, look at what we're dealing with, and the two idiots are sitting here going, hey, how does the trigger safety work? It's like freaking double barrel harmonica gun. Right. Like, I get all that.
But to be fair, like a trigger mounted safety in 1854 is kind of slick.
So this patent goes even crazier.
Oh, is that?
So he applies it to artillery.
Hell yeah!
Just to make sure he really locks down the
cooler puckle gun.
And I love that it's still the
they just made it bigger.
Same trigger mechanism.
It just made it bigger.
They just push on that.
It's the Tigavere approach to artillery. You just size all the parts.
Like, look at this.
I guess at that point it's a handle, not a trigger at that point.
A little percussion cap.
That is kind of tiny. Yeah.
It's just a quick fire.
I feel like you would need a bigger percussion cap if you're trying to detonate like a cannon shot.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
I'm not sure. I think
he's trying to prove that it's scalable, so why not?
I'm really not sure what's going on here. There may be further extensions of the patent.
So
I think it's just other ways of assembling the cartridge system.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, if I'm looking at it, we're getting into like...
It almost looks like...
cloth belt territory.
Oh, okay.
Because this is like some sort of drum.
Oh, these are all different. Okay, yeah, with it's got a handle. Rotating handle there.
I don't want to get too. I don't know if I want to go this
That's
far.
pretty. Yeah, that's pretty ancillary. Yeah, but it's just that's just ways to load it. It's not.
Yeah, but it's clear like this is projectile powder and some sort of transfer system.
Yeah, to fire it. Man, it's funny because like, I love how in a way like this comes around Fort Select because they're basically dealing with caseless ammunition,
right,
in the 1850s, and then G11, late 80s, 90s. They were like, hey, what if we get rid of the brass? And you're like, everyone's like, oh, what a novel idea. And I'm like, actually.
Funny story.
Time is a flat circle.
Yeah, we were working on that.
I already did that, yeah. I mean, I guess my other thought would be like, you'd have to machine that really, really tight if you wanted to try to get as much of a gas seal as possible, because if that's black powder, that's going to get foul.
Yeah, what's kind of terrifying to me is there's no depiction of a forcing cone here.
Right. You just hope to God it's lined up.
I mean,
what if
they probably didn't need to put it in the patent, but like...
you probably should.
I'd feel a little happier if there's a forcing cone.
Yeah, the tolerances would have to be pretty exact.
It's weird how, like, everybody talks about, like, what if we never had smokeless powder? What if we had never had metallic cartridge? Like,
yeah, we'd just be running around with
what would we have come up with if we never got addicted to brass?
We'd all just carry blocks of steel preloaded. I mean,
Harmonica gun.
It's sort of a clip, I guess, in a sense. It's all there.
It's like
an M block.
It's quite literally a magazine.
It is M block. Yeah.
No, it runs like an M block, but it is a magazine.
It holds
like
everything. Yeah. Because you load the round components into it. Yeah.
Everybody talks about caseless ammo. I don't think anybody's actually talked about just coming out with a system that uses a magazine, like a harmonica gun magazine. Yeah.
That would solve the issue of having to like insert the bullet and the
Yeah.
I'm thinking again like the G11 where they were trying to like I'm like just have it in a packet. You're even gonna have like they already have those long like rectangles. Just somehow shove it through.
Make a big steel block that's like double stacked.
I mean, I guess the issue is that like the most compact way is to have it length like a tube basically, but then you have to insert it into the thing. So vertical is the way to go. Maybe you could do like a
suppressor tech's the big thing, right? So what if you just go ahead and suppress each of these chambers, and then
that's like,
or you suppress the whole block, and then when you discard it, then when you pick up the next one, it's already got a fresh suppressor in it. The thing's scorching hot. You just dump it out of the gun, sheds all that heat.
That sounds like the guns of Mass Effect. Same thing. They were like, oh yeah, just thermal clip, just poof, just blow it out. Yeah. To be fair, that's probably got way more thermal mass than.
That's what I'm saying. You dump the thermal mass.
Yeah, somebody should.
You have a clogged up suppressor now that was integrated.
This is why this kind of work's important, because you find stuff like this, and like you show this to some tinker in the 21st century, and they're like, oh, when I think of that, they just go off in a different direction. Like maybe it's time we bring back the Harmonica magazine block. Like modern material. What if you made it out of like aluminum or something?
We've been going in the wrong direction this whole time.
Made it out. I forget what it was called. That weird like 1950s space age plastic they made the Dardic rounds out of. Yeah. Make it out of that. Super light. Just
I think the Dardic rounds don't really work well.
Well, I meant in terms of like a lightweight magazine that can withstand the force, but
fire it once, throw it away.
Yeah, fuck it. Just whoop, drop it. Why not? Just ejects out. Yeah, just litter the battlefield full of plastic.
I just wanted to be the double stack version though, because that's like.
Oh yeah, no, that's way cooler. I would have to look at it for a while to figure out if it's like.
I'm not gonna lie, that is just cool as hell. Like
that's gotta be. Well, he mentioned L and L1 were the sites, but I think that was for the other.
Oh, was it?
The other drawing. I don't know if they're
not
here. Yeah, they're not labeled here. That one's different.
It's gotta be looked through this.
I don't see how else you would do it. Yeah, either that or like you said, you need to have like offset volley sights where you just look off to the side.
Like a Villarosa.
Yeah.
Or not the Villarosa, but the OVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, it looks pretty compact. Like it's not.
No, I'm actually not. Well, it's probably heavy as shit.
Oh, sure, yeah, but.
This is like my fantasy boarding pistol choice forever. I just want to because you figure, what is this, 1854, right?
Right.
Like, think about that. Mm-hmm. That is very the Colt 1851 is just catching fire.
Right. This thing would just be like.
And so, think of all these. the old westerns,
Right.
or like the naval battles or whatever.
Right, just
And
somebody
you
like
show up and
just
you-
somebody like going in like
You pull out a 2-barrel
Tarzan
20-round pistol.
I'm just imagining them like using the if you beefed up that handle and use it like a just kind of just recock it like that. You could just you could probably like speed rock this thing.
I guarantee you, if this ever actually became a thing, it would take less than one generation for them to figure out to just turn into a normal pump, like a pump action.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
So
there's no
then-
reason it has to be a handle.
Like this is actually silly versus
Yes,
just having
yeah,
this whole thing pump.
Right. Yeah.
So imagine this with like a pump.
Yeah.
And then like the 20-round blocks that you just throw in there.
Yeah, you basically
and you're
just
just like boom, 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 boom. Because especially if it's one trigger to fire both rounds, I don't think we ever really figured that out. I can't.
Yeah, I think that
It's got to be in the description, but it's so
yeah,
buried.
you'd have to go look through it. No, I want to say this piece right here that labeled T right there. I think that somehow like makes you fire one then the other.
It really looks. I don't know though. It looks almost like a simultaneous trip, but maybe I'm crazy.
Maybe.
I don't know. So the description of sheet B. I think this is sheet B. Let's see if I can get down into it. Hold on, let me bring it around. Oh god, don't full screen.
Don't do it.
Sheet B has. We're looking for. Hold on. We're looking for like X or S or T. Those are all things we're curious about. Here. It cannot discharge the other. Here we go. Now, when the trigger is pulled, the end of arm S being under arm Q will lift up and release hammer O. Okay. Q, hammer.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
He's calling them a hammer, by the way. He considers them linear hammers.
Yeah, I mean, fair, whatever.
Okay, so Q, that would
semantics.
release. Okay, so Q gets released. Release hammer O, which will immediately spring forward towards the gun,
Right.
and if the loaded chambers are in place, discharge the chamber through the left
I was going to say
barrel.
left goes first.
They cannot discharge the other because
Arm S right
is
here.
not in contact in any way with arm Q1, which is the lower one.
The other side, yeah.
Arm this little
that's-
guy's tripping first.
Yes.
And then, okay. Hold on, I think I get it now. So,
So you
my
pull the
prediction
trigger.
is
You pull the trigger. Q goes
pull
forward.
the trigger. You pull the trigger,
Right.
which then so right here, T
Yes.
is held back by Q.
Yeah.
When Q is tripped to fall,
Yeah. That
T
goes forward.
comes forward.
Right. Where that's the lined. Yeah.
Yep. And then it's set up on Q1. What's holding Q1 back before that? Oh, you know what? This is probably resting on this, and then it gets cocked by it coming forward just a little bit more, maybe?
Maybe, yeah.
That's probably why this spring is so stout. Like this Y spring,
Yeah, 'cause
is
it has
so
to
big.
overpower it. That
It
makes
has to
sense
be
to
able
me.
to overpower this.
Yep.
Although, God, the trigger must suck.
Yeah.
So then,
Not a lot of leverage.
okay, so but anyway, the point being is we have now figured out that it does alternate
Yeah,
fire.
that makes more sense to me.
So,
Okay. That's
back
pretty
to my original point.
slick. Yeah.
Back to my original point.
Yeah.
Two-barrel pump action. No, you're doing it wrong. It's not boom, chick, chick. It's boom, boom, chick, chick.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So you have to be like,
oh, yeah.
boom, boom,
Right,
chick,
'cause it
chick,
loves both of
boom,
them.
chick, chick.
Why do we make this now?
I don't know. It sounds awesome.
Yeah.
God, where's Caltech at on this?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Dude, we'll take a finder's fee. We should just go over and be like,
KSG
hey.
has like 2 magazines that
Oh
should
yeah, I
have
could
2
see
barrels.
this being made out of like a clamshell plastic kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh,
to be fair, like I forget the name of that one, but I mean like those like multi-magazine like shotguns kind of seem to be all the rage the last few years.
Multi-magazine shotgun?
Yeah, or like a revolving magazine or something. Like you have multiple
Oh, yeah,
tubes
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, I've seen
This is
that
kind of
too.
the same idea, just not without a tube.
Yeah, but way worse. This is better.
Right.
This would actually be really cool to do as a shotgun. Do you think shotguns are low enough pressure to do this in a 3D printed way?
I was gonna say because you wouldn't if you don't need that much sidewall between chambers.
No, because you don't.
Cram-
No, you do need sidewall between chambers.
you
You don't
wanna
want to
let-
have a failure into the other chamber.
Well, true. Yeah, that would
Like
chain fire
into-
was the mother of all chain fires. Crack.
It's like a grenade
Crack it
block.
all half. Okay. I was trying to think of how we cram as many like shots into one block.
But,
But
like,
obviously,
very-
at some point, it gets
So the thing I haven't seen with the 3D print guys so far is because they're all emulating like existing ammo.
yes.
So I personally think they need to go more caseless because in a world where everything but antiques are banned, you can still get the percussion caps.
Yeah.
So if you did a percussion capped accepting thing,
Right.
and a lot of them will do designs in 22LR because 22LR is
It's
like
low enough pressure.
low enough pre-
They'll.
Well, what's to say you can't do like a low pressure Pyrodex shotgun?
Yeah, I mean, if
that's just a bird shot. The problem is
don't go like slugs.
you
or,
can't be
like-
running
yeah.
buck or anything in there.
I mean, I know.
You could hunt a lot of small game.
Oh, yeah.
With a low-pressure birdshot gun.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I was going to say on the higher end of the spectrum, there are like some super fancy space-age plastics that will probably withstand like full power 12 gauge, but that's not accessible to the average person.
Certainly black powder 12 gauge. People really don't understand how low pressure that is.
Well, it's just a quick little oof. Like, yeah.
And then that's a smooth bore. So you just get 2 pipes.
Yeah, just whatever, yeah.
The biggest problem is
the slickest zip gun ever made.
The shooting of this thing, the thing that makes this impossible to 3D print, are these springs.
Yeah, that could be
these mothers.
That could be a problem, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, because that's... Yeah, how much is that travel? Yeah, because that's the edge of the block. So the caps are here, so it has to travel all that distance to just whang.
I will say my life
That's a long travel.
My life is forever going to be disappointing that I don't get to do a double barrel boarding pistol.
You found the patent.
This thing is rad. Can you imagine doing like
I always wonder with these like. They must have made at least a prototype, right, to apply for a patent. So at some point, this existed somewhere.
There may be. Hey, tell us if you've seen one in the collection somewhere. This happened with me. I was looking at a really weird patent. And I put it up on a group that I'm in with Ian. And he's just like, oh, I handled one of those, but it was like a further iteration of it. Because the patent was for like a pinfire, and the one he had had been updated.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, yeah, there it is. So, I mean, you never know. Somebody might.
Yeah, it could be in some collection somewhere.
It's a British patent. Maybe the Royal Armouries has it.
I was going to say, they might have a pattern, sealed pattern somewhere.
I don't think it's sealed pattern.
Okay. Open pattern. Yeah,
We're thinking about it.
We'll give you, no one will copy this because it's a monstrosity, so sure.
I just want these... You know what's sad? If somebody out there ever wants to do just the cassettes for a project, I will happily take one. Even if the gun never existed, just this seems so cool to me.
20 shots, yeah. It's not bad. Yeah, and I mean, because they would have made that out of like a block of metal, but like I know you could make that out of a plastic.
So if you introduce these for like infantry use, right? How easy would it be to then do mounted quickfire guns with like crank handles and stuff? Like
true. Yeah, just have a
just feed riflemen.
I mean, the early ones they had a vertically mounted magazine already, so you're basically there. You just got
But these must have been heavy as sin.
True, which would make more sense, I think, in a like mounted artillery kind of sense, because then who cares? Like you have a cart and a horse dragging it along. Yeah, I could just imagine sort of bandolier full of these. And they would make them out of like brass or something too, so they'd be heavy as sin. It'd be awful. Not to mention like sitting in camp, like reloading, that would be a colossal pain in the ass. I just
really love. I mean, the vibe on this thing is
also
sweet.
I guess like
your 3D model of Bruno. Why don't we model this for some game design?
Does it have a? I was gonna say this could be right at home at like Hunt Showdown, like.
Oh yeah, but can you imagine if they actually did the mechanism for it though? Like actually showed it like releasing each.
Oh no, they wouldn't. I guarantee you.
No, there's just no. But it'd be fun to see.
Oh yeah. No,
it's weird. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't seem that complicated.
Not really. It's just, and interestingly, like there's no like. All the guts are basically contained there because like the trigger just sticks down like a. That's one thing that I don't know. The trigger doesn't seem to have a lot of leverage. Like there's no take up on that. It just kind of.
That's gotta feel weird. Think about it. You're pulling this
flat. That's a lot.
That pops up there. Yeah. That's gotta feel spongy as crap.
Yeah, that'd be probably something I would iterate if I was working on this thing. Like
I mean, at the very least, put it down lower and do a solid block. Not
there's no reason it has to be up there or exposed for that matter. Like. Because theoretically, you could just also grab that sear spring, just yank it out, and it just drops.
It's caught on your button.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I was thinking, like, those blocks of ammo have, like, the caps on them, right? Like, would you carry them capped? Cause
they're recessed, though.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Like, they're very very clearly, deeply recessed.
Yeah, it's not sticking out. Because I was thinking, like, what if you drop the block or something, and they all squish and go off?
I think they're recessed by groove. I think.
Yeah.
I can't tell. Yeah. I don't know how tall these.
Yeah, because I don't.
There's like these vertical. Hold on, what is it?
Yeah, because the black dots in the middle are the nipples, presumably.
Oh god, I have really lost my cursor.
Uh oh. Where'd it go?
I don't know. Oh, there it is. Hold on. There we go. There's these vertical lines right here. Like these feel raised. So I don't know. Is it actually only that shallow? Yeah. Oh god, that's a terrible line, folks. But working by the seat of my pants on it. Is it actually only like this? Oh, this isn't that straight. Is it like this shallow, and then this is a ridge that sticks up?
Yeah, it doesn't really show.
Right. Although you think if that's the case, see how this rounds over? You'd think we'd see a ridge here.
I think what's throwing me off is that they didn't draw the nipples on the side view there in the middle.
Right here.
Yeah, because in the back, that's what those are, right? Yeah, there should be a thing right there. Then that's where you slip the cap over, and then
something, and then powder, and then bullet.
Right. That's confusing. I don't know. That might cause a feeding issue, but yeah.
Bullet. I'm gonna do my skills of an artist. First, you make an S.
I was just thinking, actually, you would need a different mechanism if you were doing like shot, because you need some kind of like a cap or like a cardboard something to keep.
No, you just put a wad over it.
Yeah, sometimes
it would work in the exact same chamber though. Just like a muzzle
Yeah.
You
just just make sure it doesn't fall out and carry it around. Man,
that's weird, but depending on the size of this channel, if these were 3D printed, you could 3D print. You could 3D print the cap in there at a certain thickness that would fail on firing.
Oh yeah, just make it really thin.
Yeah, really thin.
Yeah.
And then you fill the powder. You drop shot in. Drop shot in. Drop your powder in.
Oh man, you're right.
Pop in your capping mechanism.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, actually, if you make the nipple threaded the same diameter, you could just thread it and have a stop.
Yeah.
So that would work. Yeah, to be fair, that's pretty disposable, man. It's funny because this and I'm thinking the volcanic pistol as well. It's funny how
with the rocket ammo.
Yeah. Where it's way ahead of the ideas were too far ahead of the technology to make them. Right. I mean, obviously they made a prototype, but in terms of actual adoption and mass production, basically, no, you gotta wait another 50 years before somebody's oh yeah, we should try that.
Yeah, but we evolved away from it too. Is the other thing is everything we made doesn't really. It's interesting to think all the stuff we came up doesn't really help this design.
No, not really. Yeah.
I guess you could, if you think about it, you could 3D print the cassette.
Yeah.
Make it into a center fire system, right?
Right.
And then fill the cassette with 9mm or whatever, you know what I mean?
Whatever you want, whatever.
And just plug them in there, and that would be the feed system.
Yeah.
And then you could do a hodgepodge version. God, a 22LR version of this would be so funny.
Because then theoretically, you don't even need because gravity will feed it for you. All you got to do is just index it by one and hold it so it doesn't fall out, and then.
It doesn't seem to have a positive feed. It seems to be gravity fed.
Right. So you couldn't shoot this upside down.
No, he said from the side though, so maybe there's something we're not seeing in the feed. To be fair,
it could have been those.
The feed system's not here. Hold on.
True. Maybe. I was gonna say
yeah, so these arms are...
That does something, or a stop or something, so... Yeah.
That's probably something to do with this crap we're not reading. This looks like it.
I wonder if...
What?
I wonder if, modern... if somebody applies for a modern patent, do they now include, videos and stuff? Because I feel like that would help a lot with... not that I'm not judging somebody in 1854 for not having a 3D animation of this thing, but I'm just
Boy, it would be a lot easier.
I feel like it'd be easier to sell your idea if people could see it working.
I think they're just worried about protecting it, not selling it.
Sure, yeah.
I don't see any depictions of the magazine.
I don't think anybody was going to steal this.
I actually don't see any depictions of the magazine in place that would show how it feeds. I think we'd have to read the instructions carefully to show the exact...
you'd have to go through all 14 pages. Man. Also, I just love all these, I call them garage door, springs, but, they're just all hooked over with, an eyelet,
Yeah, what are they? I think they're called torsion springs?
Torsion springs, yeah. It's just... I love how many of those there are on this thing. It's just
that's the thing he knew.
That's also...
There's a compression coil spring here, and then there's, a torsion coil.
Actually, other than the sear, they're all coil springs, which is, again, kind of slick for 1850s.
Actually, yeah, for that period.
That's, good luck manufacturing.
It's true, actually, you're right.
That could be a problem, yeah.
I mean, even down to this.
Especially the one for the handle, the chart. That's a pretty long. That's a lot to make. Yeah,
that is pretty wild.
I don't know. This might have been a boutique gun at best. I think for the period. This is as old as Leffa Show, which is weird to me.
Yeah, actually, that's true. That's fun to think about. 1854. This is coming out same year as the Leffa Show pinfire.
That's freaky.
Not the ammo. The ammo had been around a while,
but still,
the single action revolver.
Puts it in context. That's whack. Man.
The Colt 1860 was 6 years away.
Right. This is before that. Yeah. Jesus. Man.
Yeah, I'd rock one though.
No, yeah. Man, this is one of those
This is what I dream about.
If I was disgustingly wealthy, I would just build a shop and I would just hire somebody and I'm make me this. I don't care what it costs, just make it work.
You're talking when Jay Leno retired and he was just
let's get all the machines in here. Or I think what was that guy's name? Jack Littlefield, they had that armor museum where he would just like he would go like find like buried tanks in like Eastern Europe and just like ship them back and like, fix them. I'm like,
you're not using it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't want it. I'll make it work. Yeah, yeah. Just hire some like eccentric like machinist and like make me one of these. I don't care.
God,
whatever it costs.
You know, like whatever machinist you found that was into it would be like, oh my God, this is my dream job. I get to just make this horrible.
I mean, I might say that at first. I feel like at some point halfway through, they're like, what the hell?
Well, it depends if you're a jerk, right? Like if you're a big jerk who's just like, no, it has to be exactly the thing. And they're going to be like, dude, it's a patent from the 1850s.
They're not that exact, yeah. There's no scale here. I don't know what we're dealing with.
Like, no, you just have to be like, look, just make the seer really stupid.
Right.
There's only a few things we really care about. We really want the seer to be this dumb because we want to feel the bendy trigger.
No, I would demand that he made one of those like 2 times like demonstration guns that in World War II. It's gigantic, just for demonstration purposes.
By the way, I just realized looking at this, I didn't notice it before.
What?
This literally has a hook.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what the spring's attached to.
Literal hook.
Also, there's like, yeah, gnarly. Also, that charging handle is at a really like. Look at it. It's all like what a weird. It's weird.
Well, they're just getting it out there where you can use it.
Right, but it's like bent, kind of. It's like twisting.
Like I just want to point out this charging handle system right here is still better than what was on the Widowmaker.
Oh well, yeah. Well, it's a handle, so yes. Yeah, see, he really goofed. He should have patented the notion of a charging handle. That's where the big bugs are, apparently.
Well, it's not a locked. This doesn't. This isn't really a.
No, not directly.
Call this a locked breach? Well, it's not like it doesn't even really have a breach. The breach is the.
Yeah, I don't remember if did the Browning patent specifically like say on the breach face or
so they helped him
on the bolt.
They helped him, and the idea was that it would unlock the bolt from a locked breach. Okay.
I mean,
it's a charging handle that unlocks the breach for you.
Yeah. So this doesn't really have a bolt.
Yeah, the breach is the magazine.
Right, a magazine is the breach face and the breach, yeah. So I guess, yeah.
You don't unlock it with
this isn't really locked either.
Yeah, it's locked in this. What's locked is since the magazine feed locks it.
It's more like a revolver, yeah. Like you just line up the hole and you hope that, the bullet doesn't. Yeah, with no forcing cone.
I think they just didn't draw it that way.
Yeah, maybe. I hope so.
The problem is if you don't, if you had like not a good seal in this, your flashover is like.
Yeah, that's
terrifying chain fire gun.
Yeah, or even if like it works as intended, like the fouling, like if it has to slide down. And it's full of gunk. That might be.
I mean, well, they're trying to get as precise a fit as they can.
No, I get it. You want that, but yeah, with black powder, it's like, eh. Then again, if you show with one of these to a fight, like you got way more shots than everybody else. It's like all you need. It only has to work for one magazine.
Yeah, if it clears one mag, you've already
you're either got shot at some point, right?
The firepower.
They already are like, oh god, what the hell is that? Get the hell out of here. We don't want to fight that.
Boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom, boom.
Imagine it's like what was it like just like they had those rifle companies in like the Revolutionary War. Just have like one platoon of these dudes. That's all you need. Like it's just volume by fire.
Like, oh my god, stop.
This isn't fair.
I'm scared of manually operated hand Villa Perosa.
Right, from the 1850s. Yeah. Imagine this being used on like the Crimean War. Like the Russians would be like, "Nah, we out. I don't want that bad."
Rolls up and we need to borrow the string from the other patent. So you just push forward to cock it off your saddle. You just draw with one hand and you just push against the string.
So you can hold your saber in the other.
No, if you hold your arm bent. Like if you have
right,
hold on. We're not visualizing because we need.
That's right.
So we've got this one right. And so the idea
that would totally work. You just put a ring on the end of the charging handle.
You take your string and you just put that there and you attach it back to your elbow.
Boom, done.
Then when you straighten your elbow out, like.
So it's like you do like a stabbing motion with your gun. And which is again. The cavalry would be used to because they probably practice with spears or sabers. So,
and we just extend our arm this way, and that causes this to come back.
You punch somebody with your sawn-off double barrel, and it goes off. I'm sure the accuracy would be wonderful.
No, not go off. It cocks it.
Oh, you're right. You just gotta pull the trigger. You're right.
When you extend your extending your elbow pulls the string back.
You're right.
And that just cocks. So you fire with that weird. You know that weird
it's
that weird like bent elbow grip they used to have with
that
like
would make more sense
the Lugers.
on
Here's
cavalry.
my depiction of a gun.
Yes.
And they just look down the sights like this, you
Right.
know, like
Yeah,
right
you
up
just
there.
kinda,
Yeah, so you do the King Tut.
yeah, you walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah, you
just
you shoot like an Egyptian. You hold it up and you go boom boom. You stick your arm out, and then you pull it back to your eye, and then you fire again.
I'm just imagining the British campaign through Egypt, where they're just like, ha! And they're like, why? They're already shooting us. Why do they have to mock us on top of this? It's just
the song goes from just being cool to being like, you know, a training song.
Yeah, it's part of the.
Walk like an
Egyptian. It's part of the drill.
Boom
boom. Well, thank you, Bain.
Yeah. Dude, the Bain, the
That's
Bain,
the other thing. That just sounds dope too. The Bain rifle,
right? The Bain
all the Bain
analog,
all
the
Bain,
Barbarossa.
all the Bain of existence jokes you can make, like it's built in.
This is it though. This is the peak of
is-
arms
this is-
development.
this is one hit
Everything
wonder.
after was garbage.
Right. Oh man.
Look at what they took from us, Bruno.
Right? Yeah, we could have had this. Like nobody.
There's an alternative universe
Yeah,
where
like
this
like
happened.
well, come on, Enfield. Why didn't you like just have somebody in the corner just make one? You know? God dang. Yeah.
Like your friend's,
the problem.
Your friend's poor, so he gets like the single cassette with a single
Right,
barrel.
yeah, if you're balling,
you're
you
like,
show
oh,
them
you
the
got
double,
little
yeah.
arms, little shrimpy arms. You can't
Oh,
shoot
and
a double barrel.
you know if those caught on, like there'd be like custom guns adding like quads or something. Like you would just. Because to be fair, you can just keep stacking them. Like you just make a bigger magazine. You're just shooting 4 at once, like kunk. Why not? Yeah, that's how the posh baller gentleman would show up with one in the 1860s. Yeah. Scare away the
dual
ruffians.
wield these. You walk like an Egyptian in one way, and you walk like an Egyptian.
That's why you need the squire to help you put on both of the stabilizing arm reel things.
All right, I give up.
Yeah.
Are we done podcasting,
Yeah,
bro?
that was I don't know.
This isn't really a podcast.
That was
What
a while.
is this? What do we
This
call
is a
this?
mess. Yeah, I don't know. It's just ramblings, musings.
What are we?
Two idiots laughing at old things.
All right, if everybody likes this,
Sure. Yeah.
tell us. I guess I'll put this. I'll probably put this on Utreon and Patreon first.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah.
And
See what
then
they-
get their feedback, and then I'll
Yes.
if they like it, I might put it public, so everybody will know
give
how
everybody
stupid we are and
yeah.
how long it took us to figure out a top-down view.
Gotta give people those incentives to sign up. You know, they're like, yeah. I know you make like hour-long documentaries about guns, but I want to hear two idiots talk about.
I'm gonna be perfect. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I care way more what the patrons think.
Oh yeah.
Because
they're directly.
literally paying our bills.
No, your donation gets you more consideration.
Your
than the
opinions
average
matter a
person.
lot more.
Yes. Proportional to how much money. It is. I mean, it's not.
They're inherently altruistic because they know that they're giving.
Yeah, they don't have to. I mean,
They're giving something that other people get to enjoy for free.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're at least going to value their opinion more because it's going to be like, well,
and I mean,
I
especially
literally don't want to have to stop making this show.
Sure, and God knows, like, there's plenty of like content out there to donate to. So the fact that they're giving it to you and not somebody else, you know what I mean? Like, that's.
I feel like a lot of them are just like they just want to see how long it takes me to crack
Right.
from trying to produce this crap every other week.
Joke's on you.
This is it. This is the crack up in here.
Yeah, we're just going through old stuff. I mean, it's exciting to maybe find all these gems because
we'll take suggestions. Anybody has any
sure.
ideas?
Yeah,
what should we call it?
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. Send it over to the internet.
If we do more of this, I can't. I'm trying to think of how we can improve it too, because there's going to be. I can't help it. There's going to be.
Oh yeah, sure,
so much static
iterations.
screen. Like we can't.
Iterations.
I know some people are going to say get us on camera.
That adds a whole other level.
That's a lot of. The problem is we literally don't have the physical space, so we have to tear down the studio.
Yeah.
Like I have to tear up my workstation to film.
There's a lot of overhead.
Yeah.
To do that, unfortunately. I guess unless if we did it like remotely, and quote unquote, like.
Oh yeah, with the camera.
We could try that. I guess
try it.
that might be a little easier.
That's doable.
We'll try it next time.
Okay, we'll try it remote next time.
Sure. All right, figure it out.
But we have the better audio quality this way.
Well, true. Well, that's the trade-off.
Because we're running directly onto the. Holy crap! We've been at it for 49 minutes.
Damn.
So that's going to be over an hour for this.
Hooray! I mean, look. Normally, I would say, "Oh God, that's forever," but we did that rifle episode. Everyone's like,
"This is the best thing ever."
And they were like, "Yeah, oh, I wish you guys would have kept going." I'm like, "It was like 4 hours. Like, what are you doing? We edited it down. You monsters."
But drop us your notes. Drop us your opinions.
Sure, yeah. Let us know.
Pick a name. For God's sake, help us with a name.
Yeah, because it'll probably be better than whatever I come up with.
And if it sucks, then we won't do it again.
Yeah, hooray.
Goodbye.
Yeah, boy.